probably in written form. I have already written my biography in a relatively short version on my website lucasgiordano.info, but I will make an extended biography where I will really cover the years, let's say, between 2002 and 2012 in depth. And so the events of 2010 will also be covered in depth. Because when I'm writing, I can fully write it there, because... Or I make a link with an age confirmation. With writing it's more easy. But I cannot make a video where I tell everything about what happened towards the end of June 2010. It was not my first time in psychiatry. I had already been in psychiatry for another reason, for a completely different reason, in 2004, but in 2010 it was my second stay in psychiatry, and it was, the circumstances were quite, you can say dramatic or exciting or interesting or, But, and, I can be happy, because I wanted to make something, and then I made a so-called, I thought it would be a mistake. Sorry for the paper handkerchief package. I just had it in my hand. I thought it was a mistake, but in fact it was the best thing that could have happened then, as it turned out retrospectively. And then, I think this I can tell. I was so afraid of being persecuted by an intelligence agency from a particular foreign country, from a specific foreign country, that I now really like, but then I was afraid of it, and I think this was exaggerated, because the people who were monitoring were probably from Anonymous or a precursor of Ghost Security, and not just one single foreign intelligence or specific foreign intelligence agency. So, and of course a lot of people from Switzerland too, because it was primarily a Swiss issue. So, I was so I was afraid that these people from a foreign, specific foreign intelligence agency, were abducting me, abducting me to their country and torturing me there. I was afraid of it. I had also, at this stage in my life, I also never had suffered really in my life. And, I had suffered, but not so much. And, so I was, I had suffered before several times, at the end of 2004 and beginning of 2005, yes. This was much earlier. But, I was still afraid of being tortured. Now my stance is just that I'm happy to not be tortured in an afterlife. So now I'm afraid of being tortured in a possible afterlife, in hell or purgatory. But then I was afraid of being tortured by an intelligence agency, and so I was so much afraid, and I thought that the abduction of me is imminent. I also saw white vans, white buses in our neighborhood, and thought I will be in there, and I saw a truck, and I thought they would abduct me in such a truck, and things like that. And then I did some, I called the local Swiss police in a relatively unconventional way. They came, I did something so that the police came. Well, I was hiding somewhere, yeah. I was hiding somewhere and told someone to call the police, the local Swiss police. But I was so afraid of this intelligence agency that I thought that even the local police is from this foreign intelligence agency, or the policemen that would come would not be from the local police, but in fact would be agents of this foreign intelligence agency. This I probably was even afraid of, so I went into police custody for a short time, for around 2 hours or so, or 1 hour, and then they decided, and I mean the real situation was that in fact, indeed, anonymous or ghost security or the Swiss domestic and possibly also foreign intelligence agencies were informed and participated in the debate what has to be done with me then, or I had already prepared something. So after a brief stay in police custody, I ended up in a psychiatric hospital. Yeah, and I felt safe there. I was very relieved. I even slept in the ambulance that was driving me to the psychiatric hospital, because I hadn't slept anymore in the previous hours and 1 or 2 days out of fear. So I slept in there, felt safe, and came to the psychiatric hospital, felt also safe, but was not also there in the psychiatric hospital. I was not fully honest about my past, because at this time I still owned one firearm, one old Swiss military pistol, and so I was there, and I didn't tell the people there about it, and then they administered me this for the first time. For the second time I would get it from a befriended family, around end of June, end of July, about a little bit less than 2 months later, and then I was eating it, I was ingesting it. But the first time that I got this substance was in this psychiatric hospital, and I got it when the nurse or the doctor said they want to take my blood, to analyze my blood. And so they injected it to me. And then I immediately realized, aha, they are even here in the psychiatric hospital, whoever it is. And it was the case. So the whole thing, the trick was to make me believe that I think this was the trick, to make me believe that this foreign intelligence agency is abducting me, or because all knew that I was afraid of an abduction by this intelligence agency, because I had indirectly or directly told him. No. Or other people knew, I don't know. It was just, I once mentioned, or at least once mentioned it to someone, I made it clear to all that I was in some way obsessed with this foreign intelligence agency. So this was the trick, and I think the main organizers of this trick or these events were the Swiss. I don't know, Swiss intelligence agency, or just normal non-government Swiss citizens. I think it was how do you say, operation? Yeah, maybe an operation, or a trick organized by Swiss mainly. Or how do you say, ordeal or organization or trick or a thing, operation. I don't even, Ereignis, event, I don't even know the word in German, so there is, I think, no word. So, yeah, and I ended up then and in mental hospital, and it was quite a nice time. There were nice, not so nice was of course the substance that I got that caused a slight psychosis. Later on I would, as I've told already, I would get the substance again in a much higher dose, and then it was definitely not pleasant anymore, but then it was just a little bit in the mental hospital. And it was, but the psychosis was already coming to a certain degree, not very strong yet. And there were a lot, I remember one very attractive two very attractive special women there. I still think they were there because of me, but I'm not sure until now, I'm not sure. One was in the same ward like me, and one was just in another ward, but I briefly spoke with her and I saw her several times. There was also a third woman that was maybe also there for me. I'm not sure. Yeah, and then I left the mental hospital after, I think, 1 month, and then I got this substance again from this family with which I'm still friends. Yeah, when I was eating there, and then afterwards in the following night, I had a horrible feeling in my stomach, and then it went to my brain, and then in the coming months I was increasingly afraid of being administered this substance again by food, and so I was very afraid of eating food, and yeah, and then this fear mounted, and ultimately in around middle of August or end of August 2011, this feeling of being persecuted and administered this substance by food, and I was also afraid then that I would be tortured, but this time in Switzerland, that I would be tortured in a secret house in some kind of black site. But then in August 2011, everything changed. I also went to this evangelical church here in the vicinity of my home in Uster, the GVC, and there immense feelings of love began. And I still thought that these people there were from this foreign intelligence agency. Yes, it's of course not true at all, not the case at all. It's a normal Swiss evangelical church and a Christian church, and but I thought that, and then everything mixed, and I began to feel the love of God, and every woman that I encountered, I had the impression that I can communicate my emotions via telepathy to her and my thoughts, and yeah, and that I was the Messiah, and everything depended on me, and so on. So I have to stop now, unfortunately, because soon it's 15 minutes, so it's 3 a.m. in the morning and 24 minutes, and Tuesday, 13th of November 2018. Actually, I didn't plan to make such a video today, but it had to be done, and now you know even more about me. Maybe it's also not true, and I just imagined that, but I think it was really the case, as I have told it now. At least I believe it. It was like that. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, see you in the later video. I will make more videos probably tonight. Bye.